The Daga indigenous people in the Central Highlands, a case of religious persecution and human rights violations. The Daga indigenous people in Vietnam's Central Highlands are facing severe oppression as state power clashes with their religious freedom and human rights. Prime Minister Pham Minh Chin's strategy to deploy police and military forces against them threatens their unique cultural identity and forces assimilation into the Hoi Tan Tin Lan Vietnam Mien Nam. This approach infringes upon their rights and contradicts international human rights norms, undermining the rights of indigenous peoples. Despite constitutional recognition of religious freedom, the state imposes restrictions that suppress unsanctioned practices, subjecting the Daga to surveillance and coercion. These actions violate not only individual rights, but also collective rights, casting aside their traditions and identity. The treatment of the Daga diverges starkly from international standards for religious freedom, particularly Article 18 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The government's actions against the Daga reflect a broader pattern of violations, including arbitrary detention and forced assimilation, contributing to societal tensions. Prime Minister Chin's directive reinforces this repression, viewing the Daga as threats to national security, which leads to unwarranted violence against this peaceful community. The Central Highlands' history of conflict and resource exploitation has marginalized the Daga, creating socioeconomic inequities intertwined with religious persecution. The consequences of governmental hostility include physical threats and psychological trauma for Daga individuals who are compelled to abandon their traditions. This coercion threatens their cultural tapestry and identity, representing an existential crisis. The Daga's resistance is vital for their survival and heritage preservation. Their struggle highlights the broader fight for human rights and cultural integrity, sustained by faith that grants them resilience against oppression. As they secretly worship, they embody the spirit of resistance. The situation underscores an alarming intersection of state power and human rights, urging the international community to advocate for the Daga's religious freedom and cultural identity, holding the Vietnamese government accountable for its actions.
The Vietnamese government and the campaign to eradicate ethnic identity. If a name can be erased, can a person's identity disappear? This is the heartbreaking question the Daga community in Vietnam is currently facing under heavy pressure from the government. This campaign is not simply a matter of language. It deeply reflects the divisions and misunderstandings between ethnic groups in society. Let's analyze the impacts of this campaign and explore the tireless efforts of the Daga community in preserving their culture and preventing its oblivion in the face of government pressure. The Hanoi government's plan to erase the name Daga involves prohibiting people from calling themselves that. Anyone using the name Daga is considered an enemy of the Vietnamese state. The authorities demanded that the market refer to this community as an ethnic minority, gradually transforming them into a minority group whose autonomy, granted to them by France in 1946, would be completely revoked. It is unjust that the people of Hanoi live on Daga territory, but are unaware of their existence. It is incomprehensible that those living in your home or on your territory are completely unaware of your existence. This raises a serious question. Who among those living alongside you is unaware of your existence? These situations not only reflect social divisions, but also highlight a worrying lack of understanding and empathy